Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of today's Bitcoin news under 10 minutes. I've picked out a couple of articles that you can see above here. I just want to run through very quickly. The first one is going to be backwardation in Bitcoin futures contracts shows pro-investors lack of confidence. The second one is going to be Bitcoin miners must stop production altogether, says Iranian VP. The third one is 55 billion hedge fund firm Marshall Wace planning investments in crypto sector. And the fourth one is going to be bullish. Bitcoin outflows from spot exchanges reached yearly high analysis. And the fifth one, turning bullish, question mark. Institutions are net buyers of crypto for the first time in 5 weeks. And I kind of threw in an extra one here for about India because they're at it again. So yeah, first of all, let's start with this one. So backwardation in Bitcoin future contracts shows pro-investors lack of confidence. I picked this one for the main reason I picked this one anyway was because of backwardation. It's something that I was not familiar with, so hopefully it's something that you can learn here as well today. If you already knew it, great stuff. Still good news here, I think. So let me start here. So Bitcoin might have tested the 40,000 support in mid-July, but according to various derivative metrics, there has not been a significant change in investor optimism. This situation either means that price is not what they are looking to mark the end of the current bear market, or that most traders are still underwater at 40,000. One of the best measures of optimism is the futures market premium, which measures the gap between long-term contracts and the current spot market levels. In healthy markets, it's a 5 to 15 annualized premium is expected. However, during bearish markets, this indicator fades or turns negative, a situation known as backwardation. And an alarming red flag. So, as I said before, backwardation was new to me. But yeah, it's something to keep an eye on as well. You can see it here in the graph below as well. It was up as high as, I don't know, what would that be, like 60%. And now it's all like bouncing around the 0% level. So you can see here as well, according to the chart above, the 1 month futures contract has been unable to sustain the annualized premium above 5% since June 18th. There have been some periods of backwardation, including the most recent one on the 5th of July. So you can kind of see it there. Just tap down there below zero. They go into more detail in this article as well. And once again, you can find them all in the description. But I just wanted to touch on this one because of backwardation. Okay, moving on to the next one. Bitcoin miners must stop production altogether, says Iranian VP. Just going to scroll down here. So I'm going to give this name a try. Ishaq Gahangiri, Iran's first vice president, said on Wednesday that all Bitcoin mining operations must stop production altogether to make sure that there are no power outages in essential areas. Earlier today, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani apologized for the recent blackouts after people have staged protests in multiple cities on July 5th. And the last part here is, in May, Iran banned Bitcoin mining until September the 22nd due to its excessive electricity consumption, but this didn't stop some scrupulous miners from operating illegally. The country accounts for roughly 4.5% of Bitcoin's global hash rate. So I just wanted to point out there that in Iran, with like 4.5% of the hash rate, they've now been asked to stop mining altogether in order to stop blackouts. Okay, and some more positive news. I'm moving on to the next one here from Bitcoin.com, and that's a 55 billion hedge fund firm Marshall Wace planning investments in crypto sector. So the London headquartered hedge fund firm Marshall Wace is planning investments in the crypto sector. The Financial Times reported on Tuesday, which is today. The firm is launching a digital finance portfolio that will invest in privately owned late-stage digital finance companies. The publication detailed, citing people familiar with the plan. It will target investments in areas such as blockchain technology, payment systems for digital currencies, and stablecoins. A particular area of focus for the firm is the infrastructure around stablecoins. So good to know. They're going to focus on privately owned companies that focus on stable coins, and they hold a lot of money, 55 billion. Okay, moving on to the next one. Bullish, question mark. Bitcoin outflows from spot exchanges reached a yearly high analysis. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about here is this. So Bitcoin investors have halted depositing their assets into cryptocurrency exchanges and have actually started to withdraw substantial quantities, says on-chain data. Furthermore, it showed that most of the withdrawals came from retail investors, but whales and institutions have also accumulated BTC lately. So exchange withdrawals to an early high. So what early high? Sorry. So what I wanted to say there is this part here. So just explain a bit of an explanation. So generally, holders send their coins from cold wallets to trading venues when they intend to sell and transfer them back when they plan to hodl. So obviously, them taking them off the exchanges is a good sign. Then when it comes to like whales and institutions, it says here after a short pause and even a sell-off in June, wallets containing 100 to 10,000 bitcoins, accumulating roughly 60,000 coins in just one day at the start of July. As a result, their total stash increased to more than 9 million BTC. So it seems like the I guess smart money, the whales and the institutions are also taking a positive turn here. Then and this one here. Turning bullish, institutions are net buyers of crypto for the first time in 5 weeks. That kind of links back to the previous article. So following their longest streak of selling since February 2018, institutional managers became net buyers of digital asset funds last week, offering cautious optimism that the worst of the market sell-off has passed. Inflows into digital asset funds devoted to Bitcoin and Ethereum and other totaled 63 million in the week that ended in July 2nd. And then specifically for Bitcoin, the funds were 38.9 million. Then the final part down here, some analysts are concerned that crypto markets could experience headwinds in the coming weeks after Grayscale's GBTC lockup expires, allowing investors to sell their shares. So this is another thing I just wanted to point out. Let's keep an eye on this and be aware of that when the lockup period is over, some people might want to sell. And then the last one I wanted to touch on is this one here. India's conflicting message of crypto renews fears of ban. Like as we all know, I think if you've been in this space a while, India is a bit of a mess when it comes to crypto. They've tried to ban it multiple times, then it just got turned around again by the courts and stuff like that. So you can kind of see it here. India's Minister of Finance, Nirmala Sitharaman, gives a vague response when asked about crypto regulation. To make matters worse, she repeats previous comments made about windows of experimentation. So there's no clarity again here from the regulation. And that kind of says here as well, down below, I believe. Indian authorities have broached the issue of crypto ban since 2018. Back then, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, said regulated entities should no longer deal with crypto businesses, in effect blocking on and off ramps for investors. However, in March 2020, this was overturned by the Supreme Court, who deemed the ruling unconstitutional. And then what they're saying down here again is that just because of the confusion, it's right now again with the crypto bill that's I guess working its way through the system. People just still don't know what to do in India. So I just wanted to touch on that one as well. And that's it for now for the Bitcoin news. If you'd like these news updates, please do like the video and hit subscribe. I'm really trying to get that 1,000 subscribers, so every one of you would help. All right, guys, thanks a million, and see you in the next one.